Hey YouTube, what's going on? Juniio here, and I'm back again with another reaction video, back again with another viewer request, back again with another episode of Friday Filth, the weekly-ish series where on Fridays I try to listen to something as abrasive, as gnarly, as vilely disgusting as humanly possible, and see what I think about it. Sponsored by RuneGate Studio. Hey guys, you haven't subscribed to my other channel yet? What the hell are you doing with your life? We release some new videos, check it out. This is what you're missing out on. And that's it, guys. Come on. What are you doing? Subscribe to my other channel, RuneGate Studio. It's lit. Link will be in the description down below. On to today's video. Today, we're doing a band that I've never listened to before, and it's called Katatonia. The song Dispossession, as recommended by Dre Van about 10 months ago. I've never heard this band before. I don't even know if it's Friday Filth material. This guy doesn't really give a compelling argument as to why it should be. But he commented it on a reaction I did of a song called I Awoke to a Night of Pain and Carnage, which is still probably one of my favorite song titles ever. So maybe it's a bit of a reach, but I'm hoping this song is heavy as hell, or at least somewhat violent, disgusting. We'll see. We'll see. There's another guy, Thamnos Records, who's also requested Katatonia songs, some more popular ones that have multiple millions of views. But, you know, out of respect for who asks first, we're going to go with Dre Van's suggestion. And if this video does well, then in the future, I would be more than happy to go through more Katatonia songs. And, the ones that are a bit more popular. Either way, thanks to both of these guys for the suggestion. Of course, everybody else, leave your suggestions in the comments down below. The next video could be yours. You know, that's pretty cool, pretty alright. So here we go. I have the lyrics, I have the audio, and I have a little blurb saying that Katatonia are a Swedish metal band formed in Stockholm in 1991. The album that the song is from is released in 2001, so 19 years ago now, guys. That's a hot minute ago. Alright, let's rock and roll. I just have to say that I have this irrational fear that it's going to turn into like one of those pop post-grunge songs, like Shinedown. I don't know why I'm getting Shinedown vibes. But wouldn't that be hilarious if I built up this Friday Filth episode and it was Shinedown? Somewhere in the stratosphere. Yes. Oh, okay, this actually sounds kind of cool. I feel like my predictions were somewhat correct. This sounds very much like an early 2000s post-grunge band. Now, is that even on the Wikipedia? They're classified as a metal band. They have a bunch of different metal genres, but I mean, so far, is it? Maybe it's my fault. I went in with the mindset of listening to something really abrasive, but this is like nice, fun. I can listen to this. Like, I listen to Shinedown. Not to be hating on Shinedown or bands like that. I'll listen to it. But it's not the same as Leviathan. They're two different kind of vibes. Either way, hey, we're going to keep going into the song with an open mind, and we'll just see where it takes us. Why not?
It is too late. The lights that I saw, it is too late. Is it easy to go this down here with you seconds of worthless? This down all is like minutes of worthless. How long
Okay, so we've listened to the first half of the song or so now. Gone through the verse and the chorus and the post-chorus thing. We're just have to do a paradigm shift or whatever it was in that Final Fantasy game. A change in perspective. I'm just currently reacting to like just a very chill, rockish kind of song. And maybe I could have predicted that with this album art we have going on here, where it seems to be kind of like depicting the insane scribblings of somebody on a dirty bathroom wall, which you might think initially is quite metal, but it's not really going far enough to really be pushed into metal. So really, I should have predicted this from the start, and I feel like I kind of did, because there was even initially I had some niggling doubts scratching at the corners of my mind, but I didn't listen, and you know what? That's okay. Hey, this is all about discovering new music, and this is definitely something I would not have listened to on my own. So here we go. What I am getting, or the vibe that I'm getting, is, and you know what, maybe the rest of their discography, maybe the rest of the album is very heavy. But this is more like a slow, melancholic lament on something. The guitars are quite washy and fuzzy and just kind of float over the entire song. The drums are nothing too special, but providing a solid bass here. Again, it's like rock style drums, and the vocals kind of have that, again, that post-grunge-ish, not quite as extreme, but that's similar kind of drawling quality. The lyrics reading: it is to see a traitor go free, it is to feel a filter in me, it is to leave the lights that I saw, it is to ask, is it easy to go? So now that's the first verse. The song's called Dispossession, so maybe it's let's look up what the definition of dispossession is. I mean, this should come as no surprise to you, but dispossession is to put out of possession or occupancy. So to take away, to deprive of. Look, that wasn't too hard to figure out, but figure you might as well go with the dictionary version just for the sake of argument. This song perhaps is saying, what is dispossession? And the first verse saying, dispossession is to see a traitor go free, to feel a filter in me, to leave the lights that I saw, to ask, is it easy to go? So you're kind of taking this idea of deprivation and applying it to perhaps a bunch of different facets in life. To see a traitor go free, deprived of justice, of revenge. To feel a filter in me, deprived of the ability to speak your mind, of free speech. Hashtag free Hong Kong and all that stuff. Those people are being dispossessed of their basic human rights, some might argue. Right? Hey, topical. To leave the lights that I saw, being dispossessed of perhaps a promising future, a path that you could have taken but that was taken away from you. To ask, is it easy to go? To being denied help with perhaps your mental health or your situation, and you were desperately turning towards darker solutions for a way out. That's just an initial impression that I got off the top. Who knows if it's correct, but that's what I'm taking from it as I listen to this piece of art that is challenging my thinking, okay? In this dead hour, here with you, seconds are worthless. In this dead hour, when all is blank, minutes are worthless. Initially, it seems to be pointing towards some sort of relationship that this protagonist has with somebody. Whatever the definition of the relationship is, it could be with another person, it could be with themselves, their consciousness, their will to do whatever, to live, perhaps. It could be with an extraplanar entity. Whoa. Who knows? But I think it's something a bit more mundane. But I like the language is quite interesting. The dead hour with seconds and minutes being worthless. Man, what could that mean? It could mean a lot of different things, probably. Honestly, the first thing that popped into my mind is perhaps trying to deal with somebody who is unresponsive to any and all attempts to communicate or help. The dispossession, the deprivation of, he could be applying it to his life, and then he could also be seeing some of these situations occurring in somebody that he cares about. But however, they're both so blankly staring into the void and unable to help. They're both unable to help themselves, and therefore they're incapable of helping each other. Is that an applicable scenario? I'm sure it is. It's just something that I kind of came up with as I was thinking about it. But that's an interesting idea. The idea that you and this other person, whatever relationship you have, you're both going through some pretty difficult internal problems. They could be the same, similar, or they could be completely different. And you see the other going through these issues, and that they clearly need help. Both of you see this of the other person, but you're unable to really truly help them because you are unable to see the problems within yourself as well. So it just kind of like is these two negative magnetic fields trying to come together, and nature is not allowing them. I don't know. That's an interesting idea, at least. Something that's worth thinking about and exploring. So keep it in mind as we go through the rest of the song. The post-chorus says, "How long will it take until there will be room again for hope? It is so sad to see dispossession. It has become my obsession now." Okay, so I think we could take the idea that I had for the chorus and apply it to this as well. These people realizing that there's something wrong but unable to really figure out what to do about it, waiting around for an opportunity to start hoping again instead of creating these opportunities themselves. It's sad to see that dispossession has become my obsession now. This is kind of touching on some themes from yesterday's video when we did the no comment downsided EP, where where there's an idea of building an isolation chamber and staying within it willingly, emotionally and psychologically speaking. So yeah, I don't know. That's what I've got so far. Let's keep going. Just more examples of dispossession. So that was Dispossession by Katatonia. Was it at all what I was expecting? No. It really quite subverted those. So hey, that's interesting. I mean, overall, it was an interesting song. It got me thinking. The lyrics presented some interesting ideas. The overall sound of the song is, to be honest, it's nothing overly impressive. And I'm trying my best to not be kind of influenced by the fact that I thought it was going to be some sort of crazy death metal or grindcore or something, but rather a very melancholy, soft-spoken rock song from the early 2000s. Though they're not, though I don't know. Again, perhaps a lot of their other stuff is quite more metal. I couldn't tell you. This is the first song I've ever heard from them. But overall, it was okay. Like the sound itself was nothing so impressive that it made me stop and take a step back and be like, wow, that's a cool sound. I don't want to use the word like gnarly because again, it doesn't really apply to this, but something with a wow factor in it. Everything was competent. The vocals were interesting, but nothing I haven't really heard before. Same with every other aspect of the instrumentation. So really, the lyrics here is what's interesting. So, you know, take that as you will. I still will see this as a win because, hey, introducing me to new bands that I've never even heard before. Pretty cool. And, yeah, that's about it. So, hey guys, if you like the video, make sure to like it. If you like the channel, make sure to subscribe. Of course, everybody have a great day. I'll see you again another day. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome.